In a world driven by innovation, Aboitiz Power is reimagining the way employees engage with their work. Introducing the Assumed Attendance Project. This initiative has taken root in the key DUs like the Mactan Enerzone and Visayan Electric Company, ushering in a new way of working and promoting work-life balance.
Before the no in, no out policy was implemented, we have a system called ETRS, wherein employees are required to time in and time out in that system. And there were times wherein the system encountered some error or no connection in the office. So we have to manually create our attendance, and time-consuming since we have to ask signature from our TLs. So I think that's one of the challenges before the implementation.
One of the challenges before is during lunch break time, the employee needs to log out and log in even though they are having their working lunch. So it becomes tedious for them to do that. And sometimes they forgot to log in or log out, then they need to do the certificate of attendance every time, every month.
Before, if malate me, if you have emergencies along the road while commuting and we punch in late, so it will affect our performance, and then we will create a certificate of attendance and put our reason why we are late. So the management will see it as performance indicator if ever malate ba may or delay.
We have to go through with the traffic. We have to run from the gate just to clock in before the 8 a.m. We experience sometimes if we were late, so we will have to be deducted for the minutes that we were late. And sometimes we will be absent if we are not able to file the certificate of attendance if we are unable to clock in during that day.
The challenges were clear: wasted time, rigid schedules, and a lack of flexibility.
After the policy was implemented, we have no more tardiness. We don't have to run from the gate just to clock in before 8 o'clock or before our shift starts. We don't have to file for the certificate of attendance if we are unable to clock in.
One of the biggest changes may be the behavior of my team members, especially they felt the empowerment in themselves, then the responsibility become increased on their part. And with that, the productivity of them is parang maganda na.
After implementing assumed attendance policy, the focus shifted from working hours to performance, and then the employees now have the flexibility to manage their time effectively.
A paradigm shift occurred, empowering employees to take ownership of their time and tasks.
COVID is a big factor. During the 3 years of lockdown, we never did any punch-in anyways. So it just made sense that now that we are back in the office, the same trust will be given to everyone.
So we have a hybrid work arrangement. So with that, our team members need sila mo file every time nga so ni duty sila. So tanan every day kinahanglan og filing, so which is not necessary at all unta. Kay supposedly kung naapa sila sa field or sa working area or sa office, kay mupanso raman sila. With the help of katong no log in log out, so mas ni easy ang trabaho as a supervisor. And at the same time, so ni-build big trust sa among team members regarding sa ilahang work arrangement.
As HR, really as someone who's expected to, for disciplinary, for things like that. The one thing that I was so scared of is really when it gets out of hand. Because while we took out the punch in, punch out, we still expected everyone to report when they're supposed to. So as HR, that's what held me back a bit, but it was also something that I was looking forward to because it would mean a lot to everyone. Na, I'm trusted by the company, not just policing that by 8 I'm here through biometrics.
After the policy was implemented, we observed that the employees are now focusing on the performance or the outputs of the works rather than before it's a strict clock watching. So now they are now having the outputs na. It enhances the self-confidence and the trust. So we feel empowered and we are more trusted by the company.
We are able to meet our goals. We are able to do the things that we have to do. People still come on time. We still see them when they're expected to be somewhere at a certain period. No abuse, which is the one thing that we are so scared of. And so far also, team members somehow feel more relaxed coming to the office as opposed to running from the gate all the way to the biometrics because it's 7:58. That's a very, very big improvement.
The Simplify project, an embodiment of Aboitiz Power's commitment to progress, is rewriting the narrative of work. With lessons learned from Mactan Enerzone and Visayan Electric Company, this policy paves the way for a brighter future. Join us on the journey as we simplify work and amplify life.